So I just got done watching Bullet Train. That's a new movie that came out that I wanted to see. I thought the trailer looked fun. It looked awesome. And you know what? This movie actually did not disappoint. It's got Brad Pitt and I don't even know if I can name anyone else that isn't just a smaller role. That guy from Last Samurai, the samurai guy. I don't know. But it I read an article that said it was pretty much John Wick on a train, and I disagree. I don't think it's like John Wick. I do think it's more like something like Snatch on a train. You know, it has a very Guy Ritchie, you know, thieving caper vibe to the whole deal. I mean, there's lots of different characters and lots of rich um looping of the storyline, you know, where everything that's happening is important, and it and plays a role, and it was just very well written and very well dialogued. um Basically, Brad Pitt is a an American operative who's been sent on a train in Japan to retrieve a briefcase that is full of money, and then it's supposed to be just a simple, you know, grab the case and leave situation, but a it ends up being attached to three or four different other situations that came to that same intersection on the train with uh many different people. And you know, as they intersect and Brad Pitt plays the American, you know, trying to get through everything, he has got to deal with all the problems, and he's trying to, you know, better himself in his life and just think about his life choices and try to relieve stress, you know, just trying to reform himself as a man, and he doesn't want to hurt anybody. So this is actually a pretty comical role for him to take, where he's not actually out to hurt people, but he ends up doing it by accident, or just he's trying to defend himself and something happens to someone else. It's funny. There's, you know, like there's a lot of witty banter in this movie, and like I said, there's a lot of linking things together in the timeline. So you do have to focus to try and catch everything. But the money's attached to a mob boss, and the mob boss wants it back. The mob boss's son is involved. He sent two contractors to go retrieve it. It was their money initially, or it was the money that they were meant to retrieve. And you know, it just goes from there. You know, the suitcase gets grabbed. There are just other characters that jump in from things that happened before. There's a lot of flashbacks and a lot of back and forth. It's fast paced. It's fun. Lots of action. Lots of fight scenes. You know, pretty brutal and bloody, I will say. But it's it's entertaining. I ended up liking this one. And I don't want to give too much away. Like, I've been concerned that movies have been losing their luster and losing their charm, but occasionally there are a few that come out that still do it right. And as I understand it, the people who made this movie are up and coming. They're kind of new to the game, but holy smokes, man, this one is definitely a step in the right direction. Action movies are not dead, thank goodness. Bullet Train came out this year, and it's awesome. I mean, lots of it does feel a little long maybe, but and a little closed in because you are just on the same train the whole time. But like I said, you got to pay attention to everything. Every little thing that's happening in this movie matters, and every character plays a role in what's going on. And so if they're focusing on it, that means that it's going to play into something later. And there are several twists and turns that it takes that you're really not expecting or that you're ready for. But there's a lot of just fun fun banter and just lots of cool stuff. Like I said, it reminds me of Guy Ritchie's style of making movies. Just the witty, you know, British talk and all that stuff. Like, it's all in there. And yeah, definitely recommend this one. Actually, they did a good job. Thank goodness movies are not entirely dead. But you know, take that for what it's worth. But I do recommend it.